one of the U.S. state of Virginia's top gun rights lobbyists, drew criticism from his own supporters after he was duped into promoting guns for children as young as 3 and hawking toys such as a teddy bear with a concealed pistol on a television show. Philip Van Cleve, president of the Virginia Citizens Defense League (VCDL), was among numerous public figures pranked by on his new series Who is America, the creator of Borat and Ali G. Characters who conduct outrageous interviews with unsuspecting politicians, burned up social media on with footage of current and former members of Congress speaking enthusiastically of arming children. But no one went further than Van Cleve, who appeared with Cohen, who was disguised as an Israeli security expert named Colonel Aaron Moore, in a Nickelodeon-style segment called Kindergardians. Holding a puppy pistol toy, which looks like a pistol inserted into a stuffed dog, Van Cleve explains how to load an ammunition clip, to feed him, take his lunchbox and push it into his tummy like this. Just remember to point puppy pistol's mouth right at the middle of the bad man. If he has a big fat tummy, point at that. That's one of several Gunimals toys that Van Cleve and the stone-faced Cohen tout for youngsters, along with Gunny Rabbit. He's ready to put the naughty man on a very long time out, Van Cleve says, and Dino Guns, which, Van Cleve warns, eats and spits his candy really fast. Van Cleve holds a pink teddy bear called BFF, for Best Firearm Forever, which contains a handgun with a string attached to the trigger. Pull the string on a bad guy, Van Cleve says. Make bang bang. Van Cleve and the VCDL did not respond to requests for comment on Monday. Formed in 1994, the organization has donated nearly $100,000 $147, $3,000 to Virginia candidates over the past 15 years. It holds an annual rally during the General Assembly, State Parliament, sessions. Van Cleve led the event this year to promote concealed carry laws and testified against a proposed ban on bump stocks, devices that make guns fire faster. On the VCDL Facebook page, the group posted a long letter that it said Van Cleve had distributed in February, immediately after the segment was filmed. The letter says that Van Cleve realized something wasn't right, but that producers of the film had used luxury accommodations, limousine service, and a generous monetary allowance to reel me in and to try to make me feel beholden to them. Once on the set, they used psychological manipulation, as well as lies and tricks to put their victim into comedic situations that subject them to public shame, he wrote, according to the letter on VCDL Facebook page. He said he began to get suspicious only 5 minutes into the interview when the Israeli host insisted that schools in that country train children as young as age 4 to use guns. Although Van Cleve said in the letter that he balked at that, the video shows him appearing to sympathize with the suggestion. At one point, Van Cleve complains that Virginia's General Assembly considered a bill this year that would have prohibited children as young as 4 from handling guns. When Cohen's character expresses indignation, Van Cleve reassures him, "We killed the bill." In the letter, Van Cleve says he wants to sound the alarm to prevent others from being duped by the mysterious filmmakers. While it could just be a comedy which would only play in Israel, he said in the letter, it could also be a stunt by filmmaker Michael Moore, or, even worse, a Sacha Baron Cohen-esque Borat type of shock comedy meant to be devastatingly embarrassing. After the first episode of Who is America made the rounds online Sunday and then aired on Showtime, Virginia politicians were quick to distance themselves from Van Cleve. "I grew up in and now represent a community where people care a lot about their gun rights, but the idea of arming children is ridiculous," said State Senator Jill Vogel, who received $16,000 last year from Van Cleve's group in her unsuccessful bid for lieutenant governor. "What a buffoon," said State Senator Bryce Reeves, who received $5,000 from the group for his 2015 Senate bid. Apparently common sense wasn't issued with his concealed carry permit. Come on, dude, really? One of the legislature's staunchest supporters of gun rights, Reeves said the episode will hurt Van Cleve's image but won't discredit the VCDL. Hunting traditions and the gun lobby loom large in Virginia, which boasts both rural expanses and the National Rifle Association headquarters. Gun control advocates have been unable to get much traction in Richmond, even in the wake of a massacre in 2007 that left 32 victims dead at Virginia Tech. Guns are allowed inside the state capitol and even in the gallery of the House of Delegates. On the VCDL Facebook page, the Van Cleve letter had drawn scores of scathing comments from followers. How can one be so naive? This was the most ridiculous thing I've seen in a long time, and leadership fell for it hook line. A few came to Van Cleve's defense. The point of this attack is to humiliate and shame the Second Amendment supporters, one follower wrote. It's a massive confidence scheme. It's fraudulent and unethical. Stop feeling embarrassed. One political figure familiar with both the Virginia Citizens Defense League and the use of publicity stunts dismissed the whole nonsensical event. Corey Stewart, the Republican nominee trying to unseat Senator Tim Kaine, put the blame on Sacha Baron Cohen. I think it's just disgusting and we shouldn't pay him, Cohen, any attention, said Stewart, who received $11,000 from VCDL last year in his failed bid for the GOP nomination for governor. He said he had not watched the video. Who's America? Is available on Soho at 10:30 p.m., Mondays from July 16 and also available same day on Neon. The Washington Post promoted stories recommended by